I saw the absolute worst trade proposal I've ever seen for the Mavericks. Like, seriously, was AM Hoops did like a video about the Mavericks, and he had the Mavericks sign and trading. Here, let me just pull up the video. And listen, I used to be like, you know, I don't want to shit on people for I don't want to shit on people for mock trades because they're really hard to do. But after I had to make 10 mock trades to go on Bleacher Report, and by the way, I'll be live on Bleacher Report on Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time again. Monday we'll concoct some fake trades.
Want to give Kyrie Irving a 5-year, but a report came out that Dallas does not want D'Angelo Russell in return. So what could the Mavericks get instead? We will lay out that trade, but why are they so interested in re-signing Kyrie? I mean, after he joined them, they went 5-0 Kyrie.
So this was the first trade. Sign and trade, Kyrie Irving goes to the Lakers. Mavericks get Malik Beasley, Mo Bamba, Jared Vanderbilt, and the 17th overall pick. If you don't, like, if you're losing Kyrie for sure to the Lakers and you're doing a sign and trade, this is really not bad. Like, I would not be that mad at this. Malik Beasley's like whatever to me. Good shooter. You know, it could be like a THJ replacement if you're trading THJ in a separate trade. Bamba. You guys know how I feel about Bamba. I genuinely don't think Bamba's good. So whatever. That's literally a nothing to me. Vanderbilt is a strong, solid rotation player, a regular season guy who has fatal flaws that prevent him from making a real impact in the playoffs. And I don't love those players, but again, like it's something the Mavericks kind of need. Doesn't work salary-wise. That's only $30 million. I guess in this scenario, Kyrie's taking less. So. And then the 17th overall pick, which is the big thing for me. So if you're losing him, I wouldn't mind this, really. I feel like you could probably flip Malik Beasley. You could probably flip Bamba for like a second or something. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't hate it.
But it makes sense for Dallas
it's better than D'Lo. But then he comes back with this banger, which, holy shit. The Mavericks get OG, right? Okay, cool. They give up Josh Green, Jaden Hardy, JaVale McGee, the 10th, the 17th, and the 2027 first-round pick. So in this scenario, everything is gone. You have lost everything. Like, the Mavericks have zero, like literally zero trade assets after this. You have gone all in on Luka, OG, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, and Mo Bamba. That's your fucking team. And Tim Hardaway. This is a bad trade. Bad trade. Yeah, people are overvaluing OG. And I want to add this in too. Whenever you talk about, oh, well, such and such team offered 3 first-round picks. Okay, but if those 3 first-round picks were from a good team, you have to imagine it's like, all right, we're getting like 3 picks that will probably be in the 20s. How valuable is that really? When in a scenario like this, you're getting the 10th overall pick in a pretty good draft, 17th overall pick, which could be a good player, and a future first, and 2 good young established players in Josh Green and Jaden Hardy. That's fucking crazy. That is crazy. Kirk's live stream last night spoke on the future CBA, has me terrified of the Mavs taking on any player making over $20 million annually. Yeah, the CBA stuff is terrifying, for sure. It's a realistic trade because nobody will give Mavs more. See, like, but if this is it, it's like, no. Mavericks don't have to do this. It's just like, no. No thanks.
First. Now, this is obviously speculation. We don't know if OG is actually available, but the rumors are out there. Decent.
But by the way,
guys in that realm.
By the way, that wasn't even the worst.
Are like a Naz Reid, everybody's favorite Dylan Brooks, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Patrick Beverley for less than 25, or maybe Jeremy Grant if the Mavs get really lucky.
This was if the Mavericks had cap space.
For less than 25.
All of those guys would be fine, honestly.
Or maybe for 10, OJ needs a fresh one.
Yep, here we go. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Look at this. Look at this. Kyrie Irving, the 10th overall pick, the 2027 overall pick, 2027 first round pick for DeAndre Ayton. Why the fuck would this happen? If this happened, guys, what I would do to myself, I can't say. I can't say on YouTube because I would get banned from the platform. Like, I can't fathom a world in which AM Hoops is a Sun fan. Is he really? I'd unalive myself in a video game. Yeah. Kyrie is better than Ayton. Why the fuck would we give 2 picks? Yeah, see, Kyrie straight up in a sign and trade for Ayton. I don't even want to do that. Okay, I would actually rather lose Kyrie for nothing, or just say, all right, Phoenix, you want Kyrie, figure out how the fuck you're going to get the cap space. We're not helping you. Because as Cole just mentioned, I'm pretty sure it was Cole. Yeah, as Cole just mentioned, the way the new CBA is lined up, Ayton is not a guy I'm wanting to pay $30 million a year. Like, it's going to restrict you in so many ways moving forward. Paying Luka $55 million a year or whatever it is, but he deserves every single penny of that. But Ayton, $30 million a year, no chance. I'm not doing the 10th overall pick straight up for Ayton. Not doing that. I'm not doing a 2027 first overall first round pick for Ayton. I'm not doing that either. I'm out. I'm out on the Ayton. I am out. I am out on dominating. I don't even, there's not even a trade package that makes sense to me for him. Beyond what he could provide for the Mavericks, beyond, oh, well, I'd rather get that than Kyrie leaving for nothing. You have to look at the future of the league, the way that the direction things are headed with the CBA. Paying a guy like Ayton $30 million a year is fucking gross. It is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And if you know what? If push came to shove and the sign and trade was Kyrie for Ayton, which would have to mean Kyrie's taking a substantial pay cut, which I just don't really see happening. But if that were to happen, I would be disgusted, but okay. Adding any picks is a complete and total joke. A complete and total joke. Kyrie, the 10th overall pick in 2027 for DeAndre Ayton. That is crazy. Why do people think sign and trades work like this? Why would the Suns have this much leverage in a sign and trade? They would have no leverage at all. It would be like Ayton and a pick coming back to the Mavericks. That's what it would be like. Because the Mavericks in this scenario are helping the Suns get Kyrie. First and foremost, right? Like, Kyrie's just better than Ayton. And despite all of his baggage, I think a better asset straight up than Ayton. But secondly, the Mavericks and Suns are rivals. The Mavericks are going to try to be competitive in the Western Conference. The Suns are in the Western Conference. I'm not directly helping you by letting you, hey, we'll take your dog shit contract off your hands for Kyrie Irving. And on top of that, we'll give you 2 fucking picks. Horrible. People think sign and trades work like this. They really don't. Go back and look. In recent history, you could actually get a decent amount in sign and trades. Why? Because the team losing the player has leverage. The reason why sign and trades happen is because teams can't afford the player they're signing. So there is leverage to be had. You might not be able to fleece somebody, but you can get something in return. Isaiah Stewart. You guys know Isaiah Stewart? Beef stew. Good player, right? Good player, beef stew. You want to know how the Pistons got him? Guess. Guess how the Pistons got him. Anyone know? Christian Wood sign and trade. Got a player like beef stew, which was like, I think the 17th overall pick or something like that. It happens. Ayton potentially top 10 center in the league, though. Listen, that's not a high bar. All right. You guys in the chat before have called me a bigot. Okay. Because I dislike bigs in the NBA. once you get past the elite centers, there's not a lot of separation. There's not a lot of separation there. Once you get past the elite cream of the crop centers. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Jokic is obviously in a league of his own. Not just like this postseason run. Jokic, it's kind of crazy. Jokic has separated himself from every player in the league. Like, it's not even debatable really anymore. Dalton proposed a trade involving Tim for Jalen Duren. Oh, I mean, yeah, I would do that, but there's no reason the Pistons would do that. No reason whatsoever. Isn't Ayton still a top 5 defensive center statistically? I mean, maybe. I'm telling you, like, my eye test, I don't want him. But I struggle to imagine that being true. It depends on what defensive metrics you're talking about. What if Luka infects Ayton with that dog? Hey man, if Ayton didn't get infected with that dog after playing with D-Book, it's not gonna happen. My dad has never watched the Nuggets. Couldn't believe how easily Jokic got whatever he wanted. That's what I've been saying. Like, the league is stupid if they're not just hyping the shit out of Jokic. I only saw this part. Was the rest of this video really that bad?
Gets in trouble all the time, gets hurt all the time, will eventually be the worst contract in the NBA. So why not sign him to a 3-year
Disagree with that.
contract? Because Kyrie could say, no, multiple teams will sign and trade for me, or I could go to one of these teams with cap space. Give me the 5-year max. Those teams with cap space are the Rockets, the Spurs, the Jazz, the Magic, the Hornet, the Thunder, or the Pistons.
Not a single one of those teams is signing Kyrie.
None of those look realistic, except maybe the Houston Rockets if they miss out on like a Jaylen Brown or
Highly
James
doubted.
Harden. So I do
Highly
think
doubted.
we're going to hear rumors about, Kyrie really likes what they're doing in Houston. But he's number one choice.
There's nothing more powerful than
Really highly doubt that.
making your thing happen. Really.
Harden is going to Houston.
He went
I'm telling you, Harden is going to Houston. That's happening.
to multiple Laker playoff games. But a report came out that Dallas does not want D'Angelo Russell in return. So what could the Mavericks get instead? We will lay out that trade, but why are they so interested in re-signing Kyrie? I mean, after he joined them, they went 5-11 with Kyrie
God, here we
and
go.
Luka. They were trying to win games, but lost to the Hornets back-to-back. Then, with the 10 seed still available, they chose to tank to keep their pick. Oh, but it's impossible to win from the play-in. Have you heard of the Miami Heat? That really shows the difference in
I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I was not going to do this anymore. If I said I was not going to talk about this subject anymore. God, do they know? Do they know? Do they know that they wouldn't have made it? Do they know they wouldn't have made it? Do they know that they wouldn't have made it? Do they know that they wouldn't have made it? Do they? They don't. They puff their fucking chests out. I'm not even talking about AM Hoops anymore. I'm mainly talking about hardware paroxysm on Twitter, a.k.a. Matt Moore and Nate Jones recently. Well, they should have tried. Why? Everyone knew they weren't going to make it, which is why they fucking tanked. Everyone knew. And by the way, the Heat, yeah, they weren't great in the regular season. If the playoffs, if there was no play-in, they would have been the 7 seed comfortably. Like, it wasn't the Mavericks who were the 10 seed. The Mavericks, a losing record, the 10 seed, versus the Heat, what were they, like 5 games above 500? 7 seed? They would have been like the 5 seed in the West. Okay? Please stop this. Please. Like, they're not comparable, man. The Mavericks sucked dick. They were fucking terrible. Okay?
culture from like the Heat and Dallas. One is a winning mentality and the other is losing. So the NBA was so mad that Dallas did this, they fined them $750,000 because other teams tank, but the Mavs straight up were like, oh, the play-in? That's cute, but no thanks. Now, the plan did work for them because they were able to keep...
Fuck you. Adam Silver, fuck you. You doing that is responsible for this.
Their first round pick at 10 overall, and we're gonna go over who they should draft. But this team has so many issues. I mean, look at how bad their defense was. 25th overall on D, 30th in rebound percentage, 24th opponent field goal percentage, which means you get easy shots at the rim against Dallas and they can't get a rebound.
But wait. But why didn't they try to make the play-in, though? But wait, why didn't they try to make the play-in, though? Yeah, exactly. Look how dog shit this team is. Why didn't they try to make the play-in? But someone explain it to me.
That was after they tried to fix that issue, signing Christian Wood and JaVale McGee.
Hell yeah, Christian Wood. We all knew. Go back and look at my fucking... Oh, God, the Christian Wood trade. I was so right. Very rarely do I beat my chest and toot my own horn, but God, I was so right about Christian Wood. It's unbelievable how right I was about him. Unbelievable.
So dumb, but honestly, it's a pattern with Mark Cuban as owner. For some reason, no good free agents want to sign there.
Hey.
This is a list of guys who they tried to get.
I'm all good with the shitting all over the map, all over Mark Cuban. So I'm not gonna say anything here. Free agent failure. Look at these names. Darren Williams is a big one. Dwight Howard was a big one too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember the Mavericks making a big push for Chris Paul. The LeBron one. I mean, come on. That's not really fair. Every team should have gone after LeBron. Melo to the Mavs. I do remember that. Melo to the Mavs. DeAndre Jordan was the most embarrassing one. Kawhi, really? Like, that's not... I wouldn't call that a failure. You had no chance to get Kawhi, but you might as well try. You should put Danny Green here instead of Kawhi. You guys remember that? You guys remember the Danny Green one? Kyle Lowry. That one was bad, too. Jalen Brunson. Yeah, that one was a fuck up.
But failed. And I am sorry you have to relive this, Mavs fans, but you guys remember each and every one of these players. Everyone tells us Dallas is a great city, no state tax, Cuban treats the players well, but for some reason, no one actually goes there. I mean, even Houston gets free agents like prime Dwight Howard. What is going on? I think it is an open secret. Dallas is dysfunctional. There was the shadow GM that Cuban hired who was actually a
Yeah, that's true. Most of those free agents were bullets dodged. And like Darren Williams, you had an actual chance. That would have been a bad contract. Dwight Howard, you had an actual chance. That would have been a bad contract. I don't remember the Chris Paul one. LeBron, you had no real chance. Melo, I don't think you had any real chance. DeAndre Jordan would have been a bad contract. Kawhi, I don't even remember that. Kyle Lowry, that would have been a bad contract. Brunson,
Kyrie anymore. They were happy with the current roster. You know, LeBron, AD.
Yeah, honestly, he's right. He's right. He was right about all that.
But then they got swept in the playoffs by the Nuggets. Maybe this team isn't as close as they look. Maybe a big change is what they need. Meanwhile, Kyrie's showing up to Laker games, hugging LeBron. We already know LeBron wants Kyrie, but the GM already forced them to trade for Russell Westbrook, and we know how that turned out.
All right, we've already seen the rest of this video. The mock trades are terrible. Mock trades are terrible. But by the way, I'm just telling you guys, this is how everybody outside of like Mavs fandom views the Mavericks right now. They're a joke for tanking, even though it made the most sense. And yeah, they're fucked. Like that's the common viewpoint for the Mavericks.